In this video, I will tour you guys around in our ward. I work in the stroke unit and I will let you know what are the routines, what we do at night shift, and what it feels like doing 4 nights. 4 nights ako. Ang aga ko nagising 7:30. Here in UK, yung 8:30, 7:30, instead na ang sasabihin mo ay 7:50, sabihin mo 10 minutes before 8 o kaya quarter to 8, 7:45 yon. Kunwari 6:10 p.m. Sasabihin mo siya sa 10 minutes after 6, 15 minutes after 6, 20 past 6. Yung 20 past 6, 6:20. Ganun siya. So, sabihin nila, I'm here at about 20 past 6. So, 6:20 yun. Samahan niyo ako sa 4 nights. Ito ngayon. Ang kakainin ko ngayon ay sweet and sour fish fillet. Yeah, I will eat that for 4 days kasi 4 nights ako. Ang bango. Fish is good for the heart. So, eat more fish. Here in UK, they call lunch a dinner, and a dinner they call it tea. I had experience before when I was just new. Someone asked me what I am going to have for tea, and then I said, I don't have a tea. And then she said, why? I said, because I don't have it. And then I realized she meant dinner. Dinner is tea. Alright, oops. Let's go eat. Bye. Oops, I forgot this. Sama ko ngayon si Gizaira Tabula. 5 nights. Matindi yung pangangailangan niya. 5 nights. Yeah, see you upstairs, Kelechi. Oh, it's okay. Yeah. Okay, bye. Bye. I work in Phoenix Ward. Meron akong maliit na notebook. I always carry this one. Everything is here. Pen torch, and scissor, and board marker. Fob watch. Earplugs. Because at night shift, we sleep and sometimes it's noisy. So I need earplugs. Hand moisturizer because washing hands every time, using gloves. It dries hands. Let's go. So, before we start our shift, we do safety brief here in the reception. Safety brief or safety huddle. It is done by the nurse in charge on that shift, and then the nurse in charge tells the safety risk for every patient to the incoming staff, like if the patient's a false risk, if they've got medication allergies, and etc. So we've done the safety brief, and now I'm going to check the medications that was left from the day shift staff. Okay. So this one is called EPMA or JAK. So we check the medications in EPMA or JAK. The first thing I do when I just started my shift is that I go to my patients, introduce my name, like my name is Stephanie, I'm your nurse for tonight, and I check the suctions, oxygen in every bed, making sure that every bed space has got their own nasal specs and non-rebreather mask. But sometimes if there are medications that was left from the day shift staff that needs giving immediately, I check the medications first. And that is our pad. Going to check my patient's blood sugar. It's high. It's 26 point something, and they gave Novorapid earlier, so I need to recheck the blood sugar. His blood sugar went down actually. So I'll take you guys to our storeroom. Okay. So we keep our gloves, things for personal care like wipes, pads. So I'm here because I'm going to get IPC boots. So we're in stroke unit. Our patients wear compression boots. Compression boots prevents blood clots. So it's 1 o'clock now, 1 a.m. This is our treatment room. It's been busy. I didn't manage to show you guys around. So this is our treatment room. So we've got everything here. Medications. Those are the feeds for the NG tube, for the PEG, and controlled drug cupboard, and syringes. And these are the medications and IV meds. And fluids for the dressing, for personal care for the patients, and yeah, for inhalers, suppositories, and suspensions, and for the cannulation and doing bloods in this cupboard. Here in this loose, this is where we kept our commode, bedpan, liners for commode, liners for bedpan, urine bottles for the urine dips, for specimen bottles, for stool sample and urine sample. That's just my first night. And I can't stop yawning. Good morning. Uwi pa lang ako. Grabe na busy ako kagabi. Right, uwi na ako. Bye! It's time to go to sleep. Tapos na ako kumain. Nakapaglaban din yun ako. Nakashower na ako. Natutulog na ako. Mamaya ulit, second night. I'm gonna drink hot chocolate. So, I've got Tesco Club card. Let's see how much voucher I have. Ooh! I thought 150 pounds. Nah, not happy with that. 1.50 pounds. Not bad, better than nothing. So I'll keep this one. So this one will expire in 2023. Thank you for shopping at Tesco. You're welcome. So before I take a bath, pinalang ko na yung aking fish fillet. Tagalog ko na, pagod mag-English ba pa sa bahay? Mag-English ka? Smells so good. Oh my god, it's not cooked yet. This is a big problem. I actually don't know why I often cut my bangs before going to work. May sunog. Di yun sunog, amoy fish yun. Doesn't look like burn. Yeah. Second night. The staff room. Tinahi ko tong uniform ko kasi mahaba siya. Hanggang dyan. Yeah. Hi! So, I've got new files here to file. Here in Phoenix Ward in stroke unit, most of the time we get new patients straight from ED. They need filing, they need assessment, ganon. Patient property form. We need to document what patients have brought in the hospital because sometimes it get lost and then the ward will need to pay it to the patient. Care rounding documentation. So we document what we do every hour or every check on the patient. I'm hungry. We put the observations or vital signs here for the patients. So hello Jen. I'm talking to myself.
I'll do the clinical hair.
I've done it. You're welcome. Hi, Jennifer.
Not with the face mask on. Can I go here a minute? So you went to London for the first day of work. You're videoing.
So that's Bet. Now you're shy.
I'm gonna try.
So this is B-Bay for the male patients and side rooms. Side room is like a private room. Most of the time, patients who are isolating or patients who are on end-of-life care pathway are in the side room. Toilets and sluice. Our storeroom is a little bit messy, sorry about that. Keep our weighing scale, bladder scan, ECG machine, for the compression boots, mask, pillows, slide sheets, sister's office. Hi Nat, I'm showing your office. So this is the kitchen. This is where patients' food kept. So they've got the breakfast here, cereals, Weetabix, and porridge, and they've got fruits. It's free. So in NHS, they've got free food. They've got drinks, milk, juice, sandwiches. So yeah, bread and everything here. here. And then at around 9 p.m. we check blood sugars for the patients who are diabetic, and at around 9:30 we start giving medications for 10 o'clock p.m.
You alright?
Yeah.
Can't remember your name.
My name is Tiffany.
That's it. I've already known this morning. Sorry?
What are you watching?
It's all new to you. I didn't know whether you know. I didn't know whether you wanted to have a talk at that. I don't know.
In a minute.
Right.
Could you tell me your full name?
It's 156. Oh, see there, look.
Okay, hey.
Yeah, I know.
Right, Edward.
Yeah, so far.
There's no medication for you tonight.
Pleased about that.
Yeah. Yes, I've got problems. It's okay, I'm not gonna take them from you. You don't want any of it.
Not having any.
But you need to have them. I'm not going to take them from you. You make me laugh. So that patient, he's so funny because when I came close to him, he covered his food on his table with his both hands. And then I move away, came back to him again. And then he covered again. He covered that many times. I'll get back to you. Are you alright, David?
Yeah, got my headache.
Settles a bit tonight.
Yeah.
David.
Right. I've got paracetamol here for you. Right, you need to take that tablet now. And at night shift, we get free food. It started last January. And yeah, thank you, NHS. So this is our staff room. So we've got a locker and we hang our coats. I had a tough night again because one of the patients are very confused and aggressive. Just a busy night, but not too bad. It's okay. Going to prepare IV antibiotics. If the patients are on IV medications and they are due at 7:30 in the morning, we give the medications at around 6 a.m. 2 grams. I'm home now. I'll check tonight if I can show you more about our work. Here we go again. Second night. Oh no, third night. I'm so disorientated. So I'm going to give fluids for my patient who is end of life care. It's just sad to see your patient dying. But I think that's part of being a nurse, to be strong. It's sad. Yeah, okay, let's get fluid. No, stop. It is stuck. It's fun. I do nursing notes when I've done the medications, we've done the blood sugar checks, we've done the pad checks. All of the patients are all settled in the bed. That's the time that I write notes. I write notes quite early, like 11 p.m. because I don't want to rush. So we turn off lights at night and every bay has got its own gloves and apron. I'm going to do observations to the patients. In Philippines, we call it vital signs. So that's the obs. We can also see the patients in other hospital or community. There's also a drug dictionary and drip calculations for IV fluids or IV meds. That's the obs machine. So that's the cairns that I was talking about earlier. We document if the patient has been to the toilet. We ask them to drink more water. We ask them if they've got any pain so we can give pain relief. And that's the cannula care plan. We check the cannula twice a day. We flush it to maintain patency. And that's the feeding pump for NG tube, peg, and rig. That's the drug trolley. Every bay has its own drug trolley. Another ward, they don't use drug trolleys. So we lock it after using the sharp box, some syringes, There's drawer for pin and drawer for some stocks like gauze, cannula dressings, and other bits and pieces. And we clean it. Most of the time, I do observations after doing meds. Got one last medication to give, and that is antibiotics. Due at 10 o'clock, so it's 10 o'clock now. I'm gonna give it now. This one is a pussy flush. We use this one to flush the cannulas. Oh my god, this is 10 o'clock p.m. I'm already sleeping. I always put 1 or 2 in my pocket so that whenever I see cannula, I'm ready to flush it. And yeah. So yeah, and also I need to refer a patient to the doctor because his blood pressure is low and he's on blood pressure medication. For tonight, I'm gonna ring the doctor. I'm done with my job. I'm ready to go home. Not yet. I've got 7 hours left. I'm done with the obs. We're finished with the checks. We've done the BMs, blood sugar checks, and done the medications, and I'm ready to eat. For tonight, it's jacket potato. In stroke unit, we are very particular with the diet, so the night shift staff do the diet list. So I'm going to show you guys what applications we use. That's EPMA where we check the medications. So down below, Maxims where we check the blood results, radiology results, NHS Mail where we receive updates from the hospital, and Me Allocate where we see our schedule, and Safer Care where we check who's working tonight, tomorrow, the next day, next week. Just opening now the EPMA, it will also show the other ward in the hospital. Itong gabi na to, okay naman. Nga lang, may confused na pasyente. Walang poorly patients. I like night shift more than day shift because in day shift, we do a lot of things. If I'll tell you more about what we do in day shift. Going to prepare antibiotics for 6 a.m. because it's, well, still to be early. So I'm going to prepare it now. Ayoko yung nagmamadali ako kasi ayoko umuwi ng late. Oh! And that's the one that I'm going to give. 6 a.m. Kung binigay yung alas 12 kasi yung pang 6 p.m. na dose nabigay ng 12 midnight. Difficult for me to wake up, so I prefer night shift. Free food at night. I don't need to bring food anymore because before nagbabaon ako. We've got linen cupboard and drawers for all sorts of form. There's a label on top so it's easier to find. And it's numbered as well, the drawers. Every bay has its own cupboard for personal care, gloves, apron, and medical notes, trolley. So the in-charge decides who's going to be in this bay, that bay, and she writes the names of the staff on those whiteboards. So these are the papers that we use for safety brief and handover. Right, I am home. I had, I don't know what to say about what happened on my night shift. Just start. Good night, everyone. So, it's my 4th day to eat fish fillet. I know it looks like burn, but it's not burn. Okay, it's just the outer. So, importante may kinakain, diba? Think positive na lang. I don't have energy anymore. Just that 12-hour shift is so long. It's just like you just started your shift and you want to go home na. Compared to Philippines, most of the hospitals there is just only 8-hour shift. Tapos kapag ka-busy ka, ang bilis ng oras, diba? Pero dito busy din naman. Pero yung 12-hour shift kasi ang haba. Kalahati ng araw mo nandun ka sa hospital. Pag uwi mo matutulog ka, wala na. Kasi in 24 hours, ginamit ka. Same with day shift. You you spend your 12 hours in the hospital, and then by the time you got home it's already dark. What else you gonna do? You eat and then sleep and then wake up again next morning, work again 12 hours. Anyway, we need to work to earn money, save money for the future, and then retire early. I'll see you guys in the hospital. This is my fourth night. Meron namang trousers and blouse na uniform. Ganun yung uniform ko dati. Pero kasi, dalawa lang yung packet niya. Hindi ko may lagay lahat ng gusto kong ilagay sa bulsa. Parang ito, meron dito, tsaka meron pa dito. Itong fob watch ko, binili ko lang dito. Kasi yung dinala ko galing Pinas. Nasira siya kaagad. Ay, I lost my hand cream. It's already in my packet. I forgot. I put it there already. Minsan matindi. Yung mask ko, naghanap ako ng mask. Yung pala, nandito sa baba ko yung mask ko. At night shift, the healthcare refills stocks. And the nurses checks the crash trolley and tracheostomy box. And whenever we check it, we need to document it.
Wait, come out. What is it? And I was like, no.
It's nearly 7 o'clock now. It's nearly home time. Happy time. Hey, kids, toilet. Yung pang blood sugar. Yeah? Hi. So, that's okay. Now, talk for the day shift stuff. So, if the patient is diabetic and is on diabetic medications, we check their blood sugar 4 times a day. Morning, lunch, evening, and before bedtime or before snack. After, I don't know, I can't remember that, I forgot. And that's the schedule for visitors because they can't come in at the same time. And getting ready for the safety brief, safety briefing, and handover each bay. And lastly, blood cultures in the morning. Best time of the shift is going home. So I hope I managed to help you guys to have ideas on what we do at night shift. People ask me how I cope up with 4 nights. To be honest, I'm not really sure. It's just that I'm used to doing nights. I like nights even before. So probably that's why.